Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, this is gonna be really very interesting video. Let me put my phone on mute just in case. There. Okay. This video is gonna give you some kind of like not a backstory. It's more or less like for people who doesn't read the whole DC universe comic books, or they heard the news about Darkseid War. Well, I'm gonna talk to you about. This video is gonna be about that, about Darkseid War and what it's about. So I'm gonna start with Divergence. This is the issue from the Free Comic Book Day. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm gonna put it here. Okay. I'm gonna start with the prologue, which is Justice League issue number 40. This is the variant version. Okay. This is the prologue. Here, more or less, here they give you all kind of reference about Megron. Megron is this guy that he sits on the chair and he goes through time and space. Kind of like the Watcher from the Marvel Universe, that you stand there and look and learn, but he doesn't do anything. Well, in this case, well, I don't know about the Watcher in the Marvel Universe, but Megron on this universe, well, he has broke the rule, the sacred rule not to get involved. But he does it when he feels like reality is going to be in danger. So he done it a few times. So, okay. It starts with this guy, Wilson Morgan. Wilson Morgan is just one of the few guys that that got infected by the Amazo virus. Remember on Justice League, the Amazo virus? Well, after they cured some people that got infected by the Amazo virus, well, they retain their superpowers. So here, they're talking about one specific character that appears on the end, on issue number 39. He's trying to be a superhero using his lightning powers, but he got shot in the head. But it gives you all kind of reference about the whole thing. That's it. And then shows up Megron, which is this guy here on the chair. DC Universe Watcher. So he knew that he was going to die. So here we get to read, to know a little bit about Megron. Besides being a Watcher, he had seen universe or planets. He says, well, for every planet that born, it will live, and it will die, and it will be reborn again. That everything that happens in one specific planet when it dies, when it reborns, everything will be redone again. It's like a vicious cycle. It's the same cycle. You born, you live, you die, you born, you live and die. Circle of life. So it's explaining me about the whole thing about different worlds. It doesn't stop there. So we also get to understand that, you know, the Darkseid and the Apocalypse and New Genesis, they've always been in war. And why they are not in war right now is because Megron is the one who gave the idea to Darkseid and Hi-Fi. Exchange their sons, or one of their sons. That way, nobody will start a war with the other one without hurting their son that they give away. So that's how the peace, the balance between Apocalypse and New Genesis, they have not been in war. So it explains you right here. And I even have it started. So after that, we see that it gives us a lot of reference between all the crises. The first crisis, which I believe was 1980 or 1970, this is the first reference. Excuse me. After this one, it give us the reference of Zero. I'll show you this one here because that's the only crisis kind of that I have. Then after that, talk about the multiverse. So I believe that happens in the 2000, I believe so, or before that, or before the 2000s, or during the 2000s, the first decade, I believe so. I'm not sure. And then after that, they talk about the other crisis, which is the creation of the New 52. And then after that, there's some major fighting or war that happens on Justice League. Justice League versus Darkseid, which was awesome. It also gives reference of what happened here. Believe it or not. Not directly, but indirectly it does reference, which happens here on Earth 2 and World's End. Oh, believe it or not, it's all connected. All this is connected here. I'm not saying that you have to read it. Don't get me wrong. You don't need to read anything of this to understand what's going on. This is just kind of like, if you want to read it, well, you can. If you don't want to, well, I'm just giving you more or less the information about what it's all about. Okay. For the comic book stuff. So, now remember what happens on Forever Evil? Remember that? When the crime syndicate came to Earth 1 or the New 52 because they escaped Earth 3 because of something what have destroyed their planet. What happens to be the Anti-Monitor, which happens here. It gives you the story about the Anti-Monitor being in the planet in Earth 3 before he decides to destroy it. Which I like that. Because we know that what happened on Earth 3, but I didn't actually see who was the bad guy, although I knew who the bad guy was, but I never actually saw it. So that was good. So being a planet on Earth 3, Mecron shows up and has a meeting with the Anti-Monitor, which he goes by the name also, his real name is Morbius. Reminds me of the same name of that vampire from Marvel Comics, Morbius. Same thing. Said that one is a vampire, this one, well, he's a anti-god. So they are talking. And then being here, you know, I don't know if this is new or not. But it happens to be that the Anti-Monitor used to be the guy on the chair before Mecron. Believe it or not. Now, what makes Morbius to quit the chair? Well, according to what I read is that Mecron, he makes somebody see, or the gods or whatever, that Morbius, he was not a good guy. So, kind of like kick him out of the chair and becomes the Anti-Monitor. How he become that, I have no idea. I wish that would make two-part comic book explaining that, or at least one. And Mecron took his place. So they are talking and say, "Look, I know what are you doing. Why? Because what the Anti-Monitor did on Earth 3 by destroying that universe, it opened up what happened on Superman Doom." Now, remember Superman Doom on the end when Superman pushed Brainiac into the black hole. Being inside the black hole, he kind of like, he saw the multiverse. Now, so the reason why, what's his name? Brainiac saw the multiverse is a consequences of what the Anti-Monitor or Morbius did on Earth 3 by he destroyed Earth 3, the universe completely. He kind of like destroy or open or damage the reality. To open up all different realities so they can, what's the name? He used a specific word. So they can, to exploit, for others to exploit. So by someone else exploiting that ripple in their reality is the born of convergence. Now, you understand what I'm saying now? I mean, once I read this, everything makes sense. I mean, everything fall in order. Come, which I was excited. Okay. So, they are talking. You see, the anti-monitor, he thinks that, or he believes that he was created just to destroy. He destroyed universe because he can do it. That's it. I mean, you got the power to destroy planet Earth for no reason. You can do it. Just because, just for the hell of it. Hey, why not? So, the thing is that the anti-monitor has plans to go to planet Earth. Following the Prime Syndicate that they landed on planet Earth on this series. The thing is that the Metron is telling Darkseid, the anti-monitor, look, don't go. Because if you go to planet Earth, someone else is going to find out. And it's not going to like it. Now, remember that what's going on in here, in Convergence, that there's a part of, I think it's issue number 4 or number 5, where Darkseid, he knows what's going on. He knows that the convergence is going on. But Darkseid, being Darkseid, he said, well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to let them do whatever they want because that's not my thing. But Darkseid knows what's going on with convergence. But he doesn't know about the anti-monitor that's going to planet Earth. The thing is that Darkseid, he believes that he owns all the universe. He's the big guy. Mr. Corleone, he owns everything. So once that he finds out that anti-monitor is going his way to planet Earth because Metron told the anti-monitor or Morbius, look, don't go to planet Earth. Because if you go, Darkseid is going to find out. And he's a badass. And he's going to come after you. And once that Metron told that to Morbius, the anti-monitor wants to have war with Darkseid. Why? Because he wants to. He wants to fight. He wants to fight someone, he wants to fight somebody that is worth fighting. Somebody that equal power, equal evilness, equal everything else. So that's what's going on here. Now, on the end of the issue, we got to find out. Remember on the books of, yes, right here, Forever Evil, that Darkseid daughter escaped. Remember that? Well, Darkseid daughter is here on issue number 40. This is her. Now, once that you finish reading issue number 40, if you can get it, read this one here, Divergence. The story from this issue will continue here. Now here, basically here it tells you that is the origin of Darkseid's daughter. You see, Darkseid, somehow, he leave one of the Amazons pregnant. At the same time, at the same hour, at the same date, at the same time about everything, while Diana was, Wonder Woman was getting born, was getting born. she was getting born also. So her best friend kind of like see the future. He said, look, we have to kill her. Because I smell ash, misery, hunger, and death. We have to kill her now. If she lives, it will be the end of reality. And she's going to be searching for her father, which happens to be Darkseid. Now, whether Darkseid knows or he do not know about his daughter, well, we have to wait and see. The thing is that she sees the future of what happened with Green Lantern, Batman, Lex Luthor, Aquaman, Shazam, Steel, Mr. Miracle, Wonder Woman, everybody. Nothing seems like what he sees on the future with the superheroes doesn't seem too bright at all. I don't see too much future on the superheroes, according to the story. Hey, I'm having fun reading this. So the thing is that the two companions of the world was given an assistant. She was giving birth to her Darkseid daughter. She kills her because of what to kill her daughter. Say, look, nobody's gonna touch my daughter. Nobody's gonna kill her. Nobody's gonna hurt her, and I will take care of her. And she escaped the island and ended up, I believe, in the United States. Doesn't say exactly what city. I assume, I don't know if it is Metropolis or Gotham City. But basically it's give you the backstory where Darkseid's daughter comes from. So, what I think about so far, what I read about Darkseid War, well, to be honest with you, sounds like a lot of fun. And I like the point, I mean, the sense that they make reference to all the crises. The thing is that Mecron also tells Morbius, the Anti-Monitor, that reality he cannot take another crisis. Because according to Mecron, all the crises happen one after the other. Because remember, time is irrelevant in outer space. So he says, look, time himself, or reality of time, he cannot take another shot of another crisis. If you go to planet Earth, you're gonna provoke another crisis, and that will be the end of everything. It will not be able to recover, whatever that means. So, and the Anti-Monitor, he goes like, he even talk about Brainiac. Well, Brainiac is doing the convergence. Well, Brainiac is just searching for knowledge, the same thing as you. But I will not worry about it until he mentioned Darkseid. The thing is that Darkseid's daughter is partnered with the Anti-Monitor. So the Anti-Monitor and Darkseid's daughter, they're searching for Darkseid. Interesting, huh? That's the kind of twist on the stories that I like. I mean, Jeff Jones, I mean, I know that some people don't like him as a writer, but to me, I like his writing. Maybe he gets too sideways time to time, but I can't live with that. But overall, I like his writing. So what I think about so far about the future of Darkseid War was, well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And besides that, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's windy in my house. It's windy today, which is good. Well, guys, I hope that this video will help you a little bit to understand what the backstory about what Darkseid War is going to be about. Well, guys, this is it. See you later. Bye.